Hi there, it's Diederik again, and let's get you started with your GOM Inspect suite. In this getting started, we will be teaching you how to do mesh editing with GOM Inspect suite. I've already loaded my mesh file to show you these features. To do mesh editing, I want to work in the mesh editing workspace, which I find here on the left-hand side. Within this workspace, I see again my main toolbar here at the top, with most frequently used features or most important functionalities, like hole closing, smoothing, thinning the mesh, etc. So let's look at some of these features. First thing I'd like to show you is the hole closing options that we have, interactively or automatically. Sometimes you want to have a closed mesh, for example, volume calculation, or if you need to have this for additive manufacturing purposes. So if I would select the interactive way of closing holes, I could go here to this area, for example, where just with one click, it'll give me a preview of this hole being closed. I could confirm, or I could confirm and go to the next hole, which automatically now also gives me a preview of this more complex shape to close. But also this goes very nicely. If I want to use the automatically hole closing feature, for example here, where at the bottom of these cones I have a lot of holes, as I could not reach the bottom with my scanning system, I could use the automatically hole closing feature. Clicking with Ctrl at the edge of the hole determines a certain size, which I can make a little bit larger, and select my complete mesh. The software will now calculate all holes, as you can see at the bottom, and automatically close all these holes. So it finds now 54 holes, closes all these holes, and also gives me a preview here, which is quite nice. It saves me a lot of time. If I would go to the properties of the mesh, I still see that I have 16 holes left, which might be larger than the setting I had, and go through them one by one if I would like to. In these same properties here, I see that I have 2.8 million points, which is quite a lot. I can even show these triangles under the display and mesh structure. And you see a very dense data set with a lot of triangles in the curvature and detailed areas and less triangles in the more flat areas. Let's say I need to export this scan data set to additive manufacturing, for example, and maybe they can only handle a certain amount of points. For this, I would use the thin mesh feature. This thin mesh is quite nice because I could select the maximum number of points. Let's keep it like this, 1 million, for my complete part. And what the software will now do is reduce the amount of triangles from 2.8 million to only 1 million, but keeping the detail in the features where I have a lot of curvature and only enlarge the triangles where I have more flat areas, as you can see here. If I would look at the properties, you see here, I have now about 1 million points. Quite nice. The next thing I would like to show you is repair mesh, because we have here at the top the option to repair our mesh. As an example, I'll show this feature right here. Let's say I do not want to have this feature because my reverse engineering task does not need to take this into account. With one click and setting a certain neighborhood size, I could select and fix this area and it'll smooth it out and give me a preview. I like it like this, so a nice feature for repairing the mesh. Other options in the main toolbar would be creating a mesh bridge or refining the mesh. Several other features I find here under Operations, Mesh, Other, and I have many more options, regularizing or relaxing the mesh if I want to use this for finite element analysis. Or I could give an offset and scale the mesh. Or I could delete by a plane. For example here, to show you, let's say here in the middle of the part, according halfway the Z-axis, I could select my whole part, apply, and suddenly I only have half of my part left, which maybe I want to use to now mirror it to become a symmetric part. Features like this we have available in the mesh editing workspace of GOM Inspect suite. If you experience anything different from what you've seen here, or if you have any other issues with your GOM Inspect suite, please reach out to us via support@handsonmetrology.com. For more getting started information, please check out our other videos. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.